Atlantis is often treated like a fantasy, a myth, a cautionary tale. But here's the problem with dismissing it too quickly. We haven't explored most of our own planet. More than 80% of the ocean floor remains unmapped in detail. We know more about the surface of Mars than the deep seas right here on Earth. So when people say, there's no evidence Atlantis existed, what they're really saying is, we haven't found it yet. Atlantis comes from the writings of the Greek philosopher Plato, around 360 BCE. He didn't present it as a myth. He described it as history, passed down through generations. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful island civilization, advanced for its time, wealthy, influential, and then, in a single catastrophic event, it vanished beneath the sea. Earthquakes, floods, collapse, not war, nature. Now pause here, because this is where most people start assuming. They assume Atlantis means flying machines or alien technology. But Plato never said that. What he described was something more unsettling. A civilization that believed it had mastered the world, right before the world reminded them otherwise. Here's the part that matters. Sea levels today are more than 400 feet higher than they were at the end of the last ice age. Entire coastlines where humans once lived are now underwater. That's not speculation, that's geology. Which means if advanced coastal societies existed tens of thousands of years ago, their cities wouldn't be buried under sand. They'd be buried under oceans. So here's the real question, and this is where Atlantis gets interesting. What if Atlantis wasn't unique? What if it were one of many civilizations lost to time, and simply the one whose story survived? Because flood myths don't belong to Plato alone. They appear in Mesopotamia, in ancient Egypt, in the Bible, in indigenous traditions across the world. Different cultures, different continents, same memory, a great collapse, and a world reset. That doesn't mean Atlantis was magical. It means humans remember losing something important. Plato said Atlantis fell because of moral corruption, because power outpaced wisdom. That detail matters. History shows us that civilizations don't usually fall from invasion. They fall from imbalance, overreach, environmental collapse, hubris. We like to believe progress is linear, that humanity only moves forward. But archaeology tells a different story. Knowledge can be lost, skills can disappear, entire societies can vanish, leaving only fragments behind. So Atlantis doesn't challenge science. It challenges our confidence. It asks an uncomfortable question. How much of human history is missing? And if something was lost once, could it happen again? Atlantis survives not because it's proven, but because it hasn't been disproven. It lives in the space between what we know and what we assume. And maybe that's the point. Atlantis isn't a destination on a map. It's a reminder. Civilizations rise. Civilizations fall, and the ocean keeps its secrets.